Welcome. Today we're going to talk about some Excel basics with regards to Excel formulae and functions. Now, just got four quick points here. Functions and formulae always start with an equals. So in the formula bar here, you always type in an equals and then whatever function you want to type afterwards. The most basic means of using a formula can be doing operand calculations. For example, so A1 plus B1, A1 times B1, A1 minus B1, A1 divided by B1. And the other thing to note is that you can also copy and paste formulae. Okay, now one of the very useful and basic uses of things that you can do with formulae is using absolute and relative referencing. Now basically what this means is that you can fix rows or columns or both in formulae using dollar signs and cell references, i.e. when you copy the formula somewhere else in the worksheet, the rows or columns will not change. For example, $sign A1 will fix a column, so the column A will never change when you copy and paste the function somewhere else. $1 will fix a row, so the column or the row 1 will never change when you copy it somewhere else. Then if you use dollar signs in front of both the column and row, it'll fix both the rows and columns. Now, as I mentioned, this is useful when copying formulae and referring to an interest rate in one cell for a whole group of calculations, as in this example. So, if we look at our example here, I've got an interest rate in year 1 and year 2. We've got a bank balance for John, Claire, and Harry. And we've got interest balances. I'm just going to clear this, but just so you can see the answers beforehand. Now, the interest rate applies to all three bank accounts in year 1. So using our dollar signs, we can create one formula once and copy it into our different cells. So we know that we want to fix a row because when we copy this down, we don't want the row to move down. So we use dollar signs, and you can just press F4 to cycle through the different options. So we want to fix the row 21, and we want to multiply it by John's bank balance, and press enter. And you see we get 5. Now, often people go through and type of formula in for each of these individual different cells, but because we've used absolute cell referencing, we can just copy this formula and just paste special and go to formula, press enter, and you can see we get the right answers for every single cell just by doing the formula once and using some absolute and relative referencing. So we can just go check and see, for example, in this last one we're using an interest rate of 8% on Harry's bank balance. We're in Harry in year 2. So that's just a very quick example of using absolute and relative referencing. I mean, it can really save you time instead of recreating the same formula over and over again. Thanks for watching. Cheers.